This is the setup for the project. So basically when I turn the potentiometer to the right, the sun should set, and likewise when I turn it to the left, the sun should rise. This is how it works. And when I turn it to the other side, sunrise. And this is a bit in a slower motion. So this project can be used mainly as a tool to control slideshow of images, and the presenter can also use it to control their presentation slides, to skip through the next slide and to go backwards. The components needed to build this project are an Arduino board, a breadboard, 3 wires, and a potentiometer. This is a diagram created in FreeSync displaying the wiring of the project. First we have the blue wires connected to ground in power. Then we have the green middle wires connected to analog in A0. Then we have the last red wire which is connected to 5V in power. These are the set of array images I have used in the project. This array contains 21 images that has been screenshotted from a YouTube video displaying the sunset in New York City over Manhattan's skyline. You can find the link to the video in the description below. This is the Arduino code I used. It basically writes the value of the potentiometer and we can manipulate it manually. This is the processing code that I copied and edited to my liking. The reason why I use processing is because it can open multiple of images and manipulate them, and it also can read from a serial port. Arduino writes the value of the potentiometer to the port, and processing reads it and use it as an input value. And here, as you can see, we have the float current value that we receive from the Arduino board. And this is the port for communication with the Arduino, and here this code checks the connection with the Arduino. Moving down, we have our first function, which is our setup function. Here this piece of code is the size of the frame we used in the slideshow, and here print the last serial port for my selection of ports, which basically means it will print out this statements, and we can see which port we are using at the moment, which in our case it's port 1, and we inserted the value manually, which is here. And this part of the code, which is the most important part, that loads the images to array, which you can see. This part here loads the image, resize the picture if it's too large to fit the window, which the width would be 900 and the height would be 700. And here we have our second function, which is called draw. Here we can see we declare the background color, which is black, and here we have our if function to check if the Arduino is connected. If it's not connected, it's gonna print out this message, and it's gonna check if the Arduino is working properly. And our second if function is to check if there is data coming from the Arduino.